Hi guys, welcome back. So in today's video I'm going to take it back old school and I'm going to show you how to make butter beans and cornbread. This is a meal that has graced every Southern table for as far back as I can remember. So this is the exact recipe that my grandmother made. It's very simple, easy to make, not a lot to it. I've got everything set out and ready to go. I've got my oven preheated to 450 degrees. I've got a cast iron Dutch oven preheating to, well, it's on low, and then I've got a skillet over here for my cornbread. I'm going to walk you through everything, go over all of the ingredients, and yeah, you guys, we'll get this going. Okay guys, so this is everything that you're going to need. It's very basic, very simple, and it's an absolute delicious meal to have. So we're going to start off with the beans. I've got 8 cups of water here. You're going to have 9 cups in total, plus more if you need it when you're cooking your beans. I've got just a bag of large lima beans, and they will cook up very nicely. I've got some baking soda. You're only going to need about 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda. This is just to help release the gases in the beans. And then I've just got some ham. This is leftover ham that I keep in the freezer for things like this. For the cornbread, oh, you're going to need salt and pepper for the beans, but that's after they cook. For the cornbread, you're going to need some cornmeal, some flour, egg. I've got some buttermilk here. In here I've got baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Now this is 2 tablespoons of Crisco, and in here I've got 1/4 cup of Crisco. And this is for the batter, this is for the skillet. So like I said, I will walk you through everything, and it's very easy to make. So let's get started. Okay guys, so I've got my Dutch oven here and it's over medium heat. I'm going to add in my ham. We're just going to cook this for about 3 or 4 minutes just to help release some of their oils and help them crisp up just slightly. And it's going to help flavor the beans really well when we cook them. So I'm going to do that, and I will meet you back here when we add in the beans. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes, and there's not a lot of color on the ham, but there's a little bit of stuck-on bits at the bottom, and that's flavor. Now, if you don't want to use ham, you can use bacon. I've done that before. I've used ham hocks. Whatever you want to do. You can, if you don't want meat, you can leave it out. Completely fine. So I'm going to add 1 cup of water. And I'm going to just scrape up those bits on the bottom. Like that. And now I am going to add the remaining 8 cups of water. Along with my beans. We're just going to give this a mix. Now, you don't want to season your beans right now with any kind of salt or any seasoning with salt in it, because the salt will slow down the cooking process of the beans, and we want them to get nice and soft and tender. So I'm going to bring this up to a boil, and I will add the baking soda. I will show you what it looks like when it comes up to a boil. Okay, so our beans have come up to a light simmer. Now what you're going to do is add in your baking soda, and this is just going to help release the gases in the beans, and any of the foam that comes up as it cooks, just scoop it off with a spoon, because that is what we are trying to get rid of in the beans. So I've got my little handy dandy scooper here, and we are just going to skim off some of this foam, because we don't want that in our beans. You don't have to remove all of it if you don't want to, because more is going to come up as it cooks. So after you remove the foam, you're going to cook this for about 20 minutes uncovered, and then you're going to pop the lid on, and then you're going to cook it for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, or until the beans get however you like them. If you want a more creamy consistency, stir the beans quite frequently, and it will make that kind of beany broth. But if you want a more soupy consistency with the beans, you know, more intact, go ahead and just stir them occasionally, and it will result in your beans staying together. But it's up to you how you like your beans. So I'm just going to finish skimming this off, let this cook for 20 minutes, pop a lid on it, and cook this, and I will meet you back here when the beans are almost done, and I will show you how to make the cornbread. Okay guys, so we've got just a few minutes left on our beans. They've got about 45 minutes left to cook. So we're just going to go ahead and start on the cornbread. You're just going to add all of your dry ingredients together. Your baking powder, baking soda, salt, cornmeal, and flour. And just give that a mix. Make sure it's well combined. Okay, set that aside, and then we will add in our egg to our buttermilk. So I'm just going to crack the egg into this little bowl here and kind of break this up a little bit. Add that into the buttermilk and give this a whisk just to incorporate that egg and buttermilk. Okay. Now we're going to add our buttermilk into our dry ingredients. And give this a mix. Okay, now I've gone ahead and melted just slightly the Crisco. I'm just going to add that into the mix. Doesn't have to be completely melted, that's fine. And then just go ahead and mix this together until everything is well combined. You don't want to over mix it. Okay, now we're just going to set this aside, and in the meantime we're going to heat up our skillet. Okay guys, so I've got an 8-inch skillet and it's over medium heat, and we're just going to add in our Crisco, the 2 tablespoons of Crisco, and we're going to let that melt. Alright, now the oil is nice and hot. All I'm going to do now is just add in the cornmeal mixture, and that oil is going to make the perfect crust on the outside. You'll get that nice golden brown crust. Just kind of smooth this out just a little bit. You're going to let this cook for about a minute, 30 seconds to a minute, and then you're going to cut the heat, and then you're just going to put this in the oven. Now all you're going to do is just let that cook for about 20 to 25 minutes till the top is nice and golden brown and it's cooked through, and then just remove it and set it aside until you're ready to serve. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and always remember you can find all of my recipes in my blog. It's linked down below in the description. You can just go there and find whatever recipe you want. So I'm going to go enjoy my dinner, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.